break, Buzz. When we come back, did you know that Sir Michael Parkinson has offered an apology to Meg Ryan over that infamous 2003 interview? Well, our showbiz guru David O'Reilly fills us in after the break. Now my next guest joins us live from London with his take on the latest celebrity news, from Netflix musicals to one Irish singer taking over an American chat show. He has it all, yes. David O'Reilly, you're very welcome to the show, and we're kicking off some exciting news for ABBA fans. So our very own Dancing Queen is telling us news of the Dancing Queen.
You better believe it. It's 39 years in the making, but ABBA are releasing 5 new singles this year. It's just been announced, with songs including I Still Have Faith in You, Don't Shut Me Down. The 4 of them are coming back with a bang, and they've announced a date to keep an eye out for, to release some other news. The rumours are it's going to be the announcement of their hologram tour.
Hologram tour?
Now, it'll be a tour where there'll be holograms of them from back in the day doing the show. So basically a cheap way of them getting not having to come together and do the work. It's not the first person to have done this. I don't know if you remember Whitney Houston, they did a hologram of her, but the one that really cracks me up is when Celine Dion did a duet with herself.
Oh my God.
As a hologram.
Peak diva.
Mad as a box of frogs.
But now, so you're telling me that is all this music new? Or is it remixes? It's all brand new ABBA music?
No, it's all brand new music they're releasing. They were supposed to be working on it from 2020, but obviously with the Panny D, they had to postpone everything. So, So yeah, any of you ABBA fans out there, we all love a bit of ABBA. You don't even have to been around when they were there. It's entwined in our DNA, music DNA. So I can't wait to hear what they come up with.
I can't wait for that either. We've also some news, of course, of a charity concert that Ed Sheeran is headlining. That's right here on Virgin Media. Yeah,
Virgin Media One tomorrow night, 9 p.m. The Concert for Cancer in aid of the Marie Keating Foundation, hosted by Ronan Keating and our very own Anna Daly. Will be on, as I said, not tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. But loads of stars taking part to raise money for the incredible charity, and Ed Sheeran is one of the headlining acts, which is amazing. I think other names including Gary Barlow, the Riptide Movement, Asian, Johnny Logan, and Mike Denver. So loads of amazing names here in Virgin Media One tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, raising money for an incredible charity, the Marie Keating Foundation.
And now, if we haven't had enough between The Crown and all the movies that are coming out, Princess Diana the musical, I actually never thought there'd be such a thing. How the hell has that happened?
I know, you know what, it just seems so American. There's always so many things goes on with regards to the royal family, and we have this addiction, don't we, with regards to the royal family as a whole, whether it be The Crown or the upcoming Diana documentaries on ITV, the other film that's coming out, but the musical, which Netflix recorded during the pandemic, of the Broadway musical, has just given its a release date, which is the 1st of October. So we'll be seeing a brand new take on the musical. Will it be like Hamilton?
Hope not.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's too current. It's too current, and I actually just think we're being overloaded now. And it's our 60th year. What would have been our 60th birthday? We should be just, celebrating, raising a drink, remembering an incredible woman, and moving on. I just think there's so many things that are just a little bit distasteful at the moment, and I think maybe this is just one step too far.
Now, speaking of distasteful, that infamous interview that Michael Parkinson did with Meg Ryan many moons ago. There's news on that today. Tell us.
There is 2003. If you cast your minds back, and if you can't remember, it's on YouTube. I watched it this morning. A very, very uncomfortable interview happened with Michael Parkinson and Meg Ryan, where actually I think both of them weren't on form. She wasn't giving him much in the interview. He was actually quite irritated by it, and they clashed. And a couple of insults have been traded over the last, 10, 15 years. She called him a nut and a disapproving dad. She called her an unhappy woman and a bore. recently, Michael Jackson spoke to Radio Times, and he just said that he apologised, and in hindsight, maybe he was a little bit irritable. And if he was to see her now, he'd just, face her, there was two of us in it, we both weren't on form, and maybe we should have behaved a little bit better. But yeah, it's interesting, so randomly coming up, 18 years later after the interview.
Yeah, and one of my favourite ever reality TV stars. It's not from Love Island, it's not from Big Brother, it's Honey Boo Boo Child. And she's changed.
She has changed. I couldn't stand this show, Toddlers and Tiaras, and to be honest with you, I couldn't stand her. But actually, after reading this article, I have a completely different opinion on her and her life. I suppose when you look at it and think about it, there she is there now, age 16, looking absolutely incredible. She's kind of flourishing into this kind of fashion icon, as it were. But she dealt with a lot, and she spoke about her mother being charged of all the drug crimes that she had been involved in, and how that her sister now has guardianship of her now, her 21-year-old, and kind of speaks about internet trolling. And she spoke to Vogue, Teenage Vogue, and just kind of really opened up about her experience and how she doesn't want to use the name Honey Boo Boo anymore and wants to be known as Alana Thompson moving forward. So I think we're seeing the beginning of her kind of flourishing as an actress and carving out a career as an adult, maybe.
Yeah, and we've news from Holly Willoughby as well, or potential news, should I say?
Yeah. Oh, well, no, it has been announced now in the last few hours that she will be releasing a new book called Reflections. It will be released in October. And yeah, she's just absolutely, Holly's one of those tour de force at the moment. And it's not surprising that her book is coming out now. She's recently just changed management in the last year, and she's involved in a legal battle with them over her contract with ITV this morning. So it's that really, and of course that comes out back from a new TV show on BBC One with Brad Bunch. So it'll be interesting read for sure.
Yeah, indeed. And finally for today, Niall Horan. He's another singer that's going off on the old chat show circuit. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he is. He's been tipped as the new James Corden. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, but he covered for Jimmy Kimmel Live on Tuesday night on a chat show in the States, and apparently it was incredible. I've seen some clips, and he seemed very comfortable and very at home. It's a real departure for the singer-songwriter to be kind of presenting as himself. But he did an incredible impression of Conor McGregor in his opening monologue, and also paid tribute to his nanny who turned 91 on that day back in Ireland, and he's really hit it off. And so maybe this could be the very beginning of his kind of presenting career and taking over some of the shows over in the States. Who knows? It would be interesting to see.
Yeah, just like yourself, he has the gift to the gab.
He certainly does, Elaine. He certainly does.
Now, as always, thank you so much for joining us live from London, David.
Guramila Mahagut, Elaine.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Now we take a quick break, but when we come back, does absence make the heart grow fonder? When Mark White discusses how travel and work commutes affect his marriage. We can chat about this and more in just a few. You're very welcome back to the show.